things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Hurts finding Goedert there. First down, Philadelphia.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
19 strike, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11. 3. Hustle.
Another run with Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Hurry.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Clark. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 39, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Lions 3.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
77
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will wind up a Lions first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Clark. He finds his man, complete. That's done. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Clark to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Allen. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Trucks over it. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders. Shoves him aside. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
18 ready.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready, set.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Clark. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And in for the Lions touchdown. St. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
50.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders to about the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And he finds Howard complete. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Lions 10.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Clark on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's done. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Clark. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 61 yards. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Clark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Toss left. It's Collins. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
And now here is another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Clark now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. They find some open field here.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Clark. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 45, Lions 17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Collins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 103 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's a gain of 10. And the final first down.
Ready?